All right, so this next lesson, we are going to talk about operations with matrices for lesson 3-5. So by the time we're done with this lesson, we should be able to add and subtract matrices, perform scalar multiplication with matrices. Okay, so again, a matrix is just a way that we hold numbers. We always use a capital letter to represent a matrix, and we need to see these brackets right here. So those brackets tell us that we're working with a matrix. And remember, each number in the matrix, or in this case with our general matrices, those letters, we call those elements. And again, our dimensions, so whenever we see the word dimensions, dimensions is always the number of rows by the number of columns. So when we are adding and subtracting matrices, they have to have the same dimensions. So if they don't have the same dimensions, we can stop. We don't have to do any math. It's going to be a no solution. So we are not able to add and subtract if they do not have the same dimensions. Now if they do have the same dimensions, then we are either going to add or subtract the corresponding elements. So that's talking about the same position in the matrix. So if these are my general matrices right here, if I'm adding them, so A plus B, I'm taking A plus E because they're in the same position in the matrix. Same thing, I would take B plus F because those are in the same position in our matrix. Okay? So again, that's what this is showing right here. Same idea, if we are subtracting, we take the same positions and we would subtract them. So C minus G would go into this spot, so whatever that would simplify to. And again, if they're not the same dimensions, we cannot add or subtract them. So it is not possible to add matrix A and C together because A is a 2x2 matrix and C is a 2x3 matrix. So M doesn't have a corresponding number to add to. Okay, so this is not possible. All right, so if we do some examples, our directions tell us to write the dimensions of each matrix, then find each sum or difference. If not possible, write not possible and explain why. So let's start with our dimensions. So matrix A is a 2x2, so we have 2 rows, 2 columns. B has 2 rows, 2 columns. C has 2 rows, 3 columns. And D has 2 rows, 3 columns. So now, if we're going to take A plus B, we're just adding the corresponding parts. So I'm going to take 2 plus negative 5. So that's going to be negative 3. And then 8 plus 3 is 11. Negative 3 plus negative 1 is negative 4. 0 plus 10 is 10. So this would be our new matrix after we add A and B together. So same idea with the next one. So we're taking C minus D, so that's our last two. So again, we're just going to subtract the corresponding positions in our matrix. So 14 minus a negative 4, so that really means we're adding, so that's going to become 18. 5 minus 3 is 2. 3 minus 0 is 3. 0 minus 6 is negative 6. Negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7. And 1 minus 10 is negative 9. So this would be our answer after we subtract our two matrices. Okay, again, the third one, looking at it, we are taking B plus C. So again, these have 2 different dimensions. So that means that this operation is not possible.